in with the hydrating primer because my skin is so dry. I always make sure to really push it up underneath my eyes just because it's been so dry underneath my eyes. Next, I'm going to take about 1.5 pumps of my foundation. And I'm going to apply it to my skin first with a brush. And then I'm going to push that into my skin with my sponge. I really like this foundation because it helps with my redness, but it doesn't completely like mask my skin. I don't know if this is picking up, but it covers up my redness, but it still leaves some of my blemishes showing through a little bit. I just really like the way this foundation sits on my skin. I'm going to color correct ever so slightly just by dabbing a little bit of my correcting underneath my eyes. Just a super thin layer of that. Don't want it to get too creasy. Less is definitely more, even with color corrector. Not hating on anyone that has to like slather on color corrector, but man, I used to take, I still have actually, I used to take this erase paste from Benefit, and I used to coat the shit out of my under eyes, and then I had to layer so much concealer on top of it just so you can see the color corrector, which is not the point. Since my under eyes are so dry, I'm going to go in with the really creamy concealer today. I really like this one from Urban Decay. It's like one of my all-time favorites. I'm going to apply that to my eyelids as well, just so I can prime. Next, I'm going to set everywhere that I put with concealer and set that down with some powder. Now I'm going to take my brow pencil and I'm going to attempt to make these look like they're not falling out. Oh my god, my eye, can you see that? You're not seeing it. My eyebrow hairs are like falling out as I'm trying to fill them in. Okay, so I've been super inspired by the show Euphoria. If you haven't seen it on HBO, it has Zendaya, and I'm loving it, and I'm just really loving like the purple blue vibe, especially the grungy, sparkly glitter that Zendaya gets like underneath her eye in like the promo shots and everything. I'll put pictures up. So I'm gonna be using that as my inspiration today. I'm first gonna take the light baby blue, and I'm just going to lightly put that kind of into my crease. I'm using a very light hand. Actually, I'm going to take some setting powder, and just so I don't have to deal with any fallout, I'm just going to push it right here because we are dealing with blues and sparkles and glitters, so that'll help us be able to wipe everything away after. Alright, going in with that light baby blue, I'm going in super light just because I want this to be more of a wash than anything. I'm going pretty high with it, and I'm going to bring it all the way out till about right here. I was using this brush for my other eye to kind of decide what I was going to do today, so that's why it's so stained blue. But I'm only using this color super slightly. It's from a NYX palette that I have, and I'm only just putting a light flush of it just because I don't want this to be too teal. I do want this to be more on the dark and kind of grungy side of it, just because that's always how Zendaya's makeup is done. She doesn't usually have very fresh light makeup going on, so. Alright, now I'm gonna go into like this really pretty kind of royal, but a little bit more of a lighter blue. It does have a fleck of shimmer in it, and I'm just gonna kind of start putting that in the crease. While this blue is actually, in my opinion, really pigmented, I'm going in super lightly with it at first when applying it to my eye, just because it's easier to blend out. I'm taking a little bit of this teal green shade just to kind of get a little bit more of that lighter blue in there. Going in with a fluffy brush with that light blue from before, just to blend this out ever so slightly. I'm going to take this more dense shader brush, and I'm going in with this navy blue, and I'm going to kind of push this right up, right into my crease, and then also packing that on the outer corner. And then whatever excess I have, I'm just dragging that to the inner, because like I said, I want to keep this very dark, very grungy. If you want, adding a black would be a good time to do this now if you really want to darken it up, but I just want to keep it strictly to these blues. Alright, then going in just a little bit with like that more tealish blue shade, just to kind of blend this out. I'm going in with a sparkly shadow. I love these Stila for glitters, and I'm just going to dabble that right there onto the front, and then I'm going to take my finger and just pat that just a little bit. I'm not going to go all the way out to that outer corner. So like I said, I want to keep this really messy, just like Zendaya tends to have. I'm going to push another glitter on the top of that. It's a pressed glitter shade from Urban Decay called Galaxy. It's really pretty. It looks like this in the pan. I feel like that's not showing up well on camera because they're so glittery. And just pushing that on, this gives it a little bit more. It has a little bit of black in it with the reflex, so I feel like it darkens it up just a little bit. I'm going to take a pencil brush and I'm going to go into that light baby blue that we did earlier for our transition. I'm going to push that, and then going into that little bit of a darker, more royal blue shade, and then going in with that teal shade. I'm going into this palette that has colored highlighters, and I'm going to take this blue one and this white one. I'm going to mix it together and apply that to my crease and my brow bone. Alright, now I'm going to apply mascara and lashes, and I'll be right back. Eyes are done. I'm pleased, I'm pleased. Just a super wearable, everyday type of look. No, I'm joking. I wish. Just gonna bronze my face. So the funny thing about this eye look is that I wore a look similar like this for Halloween because I was a mermaid at work. I had like this sequin mermaid top that had blues and purples in it, so I wore something that was kind of similar to this, but it was much more purpley, and I had sparkles all over my face, and I had pearls that I glued. It was really cool. But anyways, ever since I've worn that look, every single time I ask Oscar, oh, what kind of makeup should I do? Like, I love to do that. I always say, give me a color, like give me something that I can like inspire my makeup off of. You know, use it for inspiration, whether it's color-wise or pattern-wise, anything. And all the fucking time, his default is blue. Wear the blue mermaid look that you wore. Like, you think I can just wear this out like every day? Can you imagine me showing up to chemo with this makeup? Actually, it's not a bad idea. That actually sounds like a good time. So yeah, it makes me laugh. Anytime I think of doing this makeup, I always think about how it could be anything. It could like it could be we're going to a baby shower and be like, oh, should I use like pinks or something, like, you know, do something light and pretty? No, use blue glitter, dark it up. And he's colorblind. I don't even know if you can see this. For highlight, I'm gonna keep it more of the low-key side, so I'm taking my BECCA Moonstone, just so it's a slight glow. We don't need to do too much today since our eyes are so heavy. If you wanted to though, a really pretty highlighter for this, if you were gonna like do it for mermaid makeup or anything, is Fenty Beauty How Many Carats. Oh my god, it's gorgeous. Since this is a Euphoria inspired makeup look, I am gonna go into this and take the blue and the white shade and highlight just a bit with that. Alright, for lips, I'm gonna go in with this gloss. It's a white clearish gloss. It has a slight purple reflect under it. And I think it'd just be really pretty. Alright, and this is the makeup look. I hope you guys like it. I love blue. Blue is my favorite color of all time. If I could wear this every day, I 100% would. I really do like this look, and I really like the show Euphoria. I think the directing was great. I love Zendaya. I think she's a phenomenal. All of the actors, Hunter Schafer, all of the actors in there are phenomenal, but I really wanted to do something that was inspired by the show and Zendaya's like kind of grungy look. I love how like she has like that glitter tears. I think it's so cool, so edgy. I love it, but I want to do a more glamified version of it. So I really hope you guys like this look. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Leave any comments down below of what you like to see. Thank you guys so much, and I can't wait to make more videos for you guys.